reported 42,000 deaths each year from secondhand smoke. Students here on campus because students don't smoke in the designated areas. Onto the ill.
Don't make that choice for others. According to Lewis and Clark's college's article, Healthy Promotion and Awareness, while only approximately 45 million people smoke cigarettes in the US, approximately 126 million non-smoking Americans are exposed to secondhand smoke. There should only be students smoking in designated areas. Why isn't anybody enforcing these rules? Now that we've discussed the quantitative part of the ill, now let's move on to the qualitative part of the ill. Think of all the smoke you inhale when someone decides to walk to class smoking. You're inhaling those toxic airs. According to the State Hornet, Sac State has several policies to smoking on campus as well as the consequences for breaking the rules. Unfortunately, neither are enforced enough and some students aren't aware that there's a policy on smoking at Sac State. The second part of the problem is that students aren't aware of the designated areas or the policies. But for those who do know the rules, they simply choose not to follow them. Now that we've discussed the ill, let's move on to the blame.
The blame itself is on the policy, but it is the students and the people who enforce it that contribute to the blame as well. The policy, although having good reasons on why it's worded and written in the campus handbook, it is not regularly enforced, and students will often ignore it to smoke in their own areas or while walking to class. In the article, Students Blow Off Designated Smoking Areas, written by Sean Blandit on November 7, 2014, quote saying, "One may wonder why students are still smoking everywhere on campus. The answer is that policy is effective in points, making it clear that although the policy is on campus, students will often ignore it. This, of course, causes a lot of students to hate smokers, though they can't control it. Part of the reason why is the faculty and the staff members are not regularly enforcing the policy." The article also states, while the blame for such behavior lies on the smoking violators, whether they are ignorant of the rules or simply inconsiderate, the university's current choice of enforcement also plays a part in the frequency of the violators, making it clear that if it's not regularly enforced, that students will just ignore it and just do whatever they want. So it is, if the policy is to make a stand, it has to be regularly enforced.
According to Americans for Non-Smoking Rights, as of January 1st, 2014, we need to enforce certain penalties for those who break the rules, which include a $20 fine the first time it is committed and doubled every consecutive time. If people continue to break these rules and if violations continue to arise, we must endorse a tobacco-free campus. Now that we have talked about the cure, we are going on to the conclusion.
As you can see from the previous clips, smoking on campus is a huge issue that needs to be recognized. Smoking is an issue on campus because smoking people actually do not care, or they are just unaware of the designated areas. The faculty and school itself is to blame, as they do not enforce the designated areas and actually don't enforce the rules. A cure is that we should provide clear and precise signs so that people are actually aware of smoking areas. As you can see, schools need to enforce designated smoking areas and fines in order to protect the non-smoking students.